Coming up on Mountain News this morning, an Eastern Kentucky Sheriff's Department hosts a fun-filled camp experience perfect for the kids. And Eastern Kentuckians take a moment to appreciate the stars and stripes in honor of Flag Day.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, 5:33. I'm Dakota Makris. Good morning to you. It's Wednesday, the middle of the work week. Well, let's take it over to Brandon for a look at, a muggy start to this morning. Brandon, yesterday I was at Perry County Park just talking about hot cars. Was not sitting in a hot car. I was sitting in a different car with air conditioning. And let me tell you, so it started at about, I had the car off around 60 degrees with the air on, turned the car off. It got to like 110 in 30 minutes. Yep. And then it reached 130 and it just that's how it had to go.
That's why we preach so hard not to leave children and pets and cars unattended, because it could be deadly.
I mean, I just couldn't imagine. I opened up the car door. I mean, the heat just hit me.
In the face.
Yeah, I closed it right back. I was like, nope, it's cooler outside.
Exactly. So there you go. So that's what sun can do to a car, and even some overcast skies. If it's hot enough outside, that could be the case. But let's talk about visibility this morning. That's our big issue at the moment. Let's see what's going on with that. And you see zero visibility in Logan, close to it in Wise, Harlan, and Williamsburg. And I could tell you there along the borders, even all the way to Hazard there, even at the airport showing 10 miles, which is full visibility. Down in these valleys, we're looking again at some dense fog. So watch out for that this morning. There's some dense fog in Pikeville, not showing any problems at the airport over there. But again, higher elevation, all this is in the valleys this morning. And we see temperatures very mild, only 160 out there, at least for the moment. Clintwood's at 68, everybody else 70 above. Looks like Prestonsburg is our warm spot at 77 this morning. Dew points, yeah, you just know it's muggy out there. As soon as you walk out the door, you can feel it. I mean, it just kind of slaps you in the face. Your planner for today, another hot one, our third record-breaking day potentially in a row there. As we forecast 95, some stray chances for rain will be around, but if you're looking for rain for your flowers or your gardens, we're not going to see any of that till potentially Friday with a cold front, and then maybe a comfortable weekend. Sunrise this morning at 6:11, sunset tonight at 8:56. Dakota?
All right, Brendan, thank you. Well, yesterday, kids in Pike County had a chance to hit the lake with the Pike County Sheriff's Department. Our Keaton Hall went out to Fish Trap Lake to see how a yearly camp gives kids the opportunity to see law enforcement in a different light.
Hitting the lake to beat the heat.
3 days of fun for the boys and girls who get to participate, get to come alongside us and see a different aspect of a law enforcement officer than they traditionally we get to do.
It's part of the Pike County Sheriff's Department's Boys Day Camp. Activities include inflatables, pizza, and looking for catfish.
Big catfish, like in the middle of the lake as well. It was this big, and we immediately put it into the freezer cooler.
The Sheriff's Department had some help from the Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife.
We're always willing to help, so we had some boats pulled over here from our other lakes, and they got a chance to get on the water, and there was a bunch of them said they'd never been on a boat before, never even seen a catfish. So it's something to let them know what kind of resources we have here, and hopefully in the future they'll, have a desire to keep fishing, keep hunting, and learn more about it.
This is the second year the Sheriff's Office has held the day camp. Gabe went last year as well, but he says he's having more fun this time around.
Pretty good, not better than this year because it was hot at about, I don't know how many degrees. It was very hot though.
And looks forward to the rest of the week, riding horses and going to the Breaks Interstate Park.
Smiling faces, the laughter, the fun, that's exactly what it's all about.
Having fun while seeing a different side of law enforcement. In Pike County, Keaton Hall, WYMT Mountain News.
Well, the girls' camp is next week, and Officer Thompson says they still have a few spots remaining. You can contact the Sheriff's Department to learn more. Well, a rare and interesting find was made yesterday over in Letcher County. Well, this motorcycle was recovered after it was reported stolen 3 years ago. The Letcher County Sheriff posted on Facebook that charges will be filed later this week. Officials said they are glad they could help get the owner his bike back. Wow. Community members gathered for a flag-raising ceremony yesterday in Prestonsburg in honor of Flag Day. Local veterans, Boy Scouts, and Cub Scouts had roles in the ceremony, hoping to pay tribute to everything the flag represents and honoring those who paid the ultimate sacrifice so we can fly it freely.
It's an honor for all veterans to watch the civilian places put flags up, and because it means that flag means the most to us.
Well, the Floyd County Fiscal Court also presented a $50,000 check to the VFW in Prestonsburg. Those funds will help finish the Veterans Homeless Shelter. Yesterday, the Big Sandy chapter of the Sons of the American Revolution and Boy Scout Troop 147 held a flag retirement ceremony. The traditional process separates the field of United Blue Stars and the red and white bands, paying special reverence to each individual piece. Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts, and members of the community respectfully retired more than 100 flags, too torn or dirty to continue flying.
It's a way to show reverence and honor to our country and for the flag that has flown for so many years and that so many people have given their lives for.
In 1942, Congress enacted a federal law based on the National Flag Code, and while it does not impose criminal penalties, it does offer guidance on how to properly dispose of unserviceable flags. A Kentucky university is hosting a special workshop to give high school students a good look at what goes on behind the scenes of a daily newscast. Western Kentucky University is preparing the next generation of broadcasters through hands-on experience. This week, 4 students will learn skills like writing, filming, and editing. Students in the program say they are having fun while learning these skills from the ground up.
I did not know how to work a camera at all. I have a camera to do photography, no video camera experience, no editing experience really with any of the software. So learning that stuff is really interesting.
Listen, we'll teach you right here at WYMT. Well, the goal by the end of the week is to complete a short film as a group, putting everything they learn to the test. An art project that represents the bluegrass and its communities is rallying together to help people affected by tornadoes that ravaged parts of the Commonwealth just more than 6 months ago. Anna Medina has more on the project.
And what I think what they painted and what they portrayed is the resilience of our community after it coming back to life with the flowers that have on it and showing all the different places that and landmarks here in Bowling Green.
An art project in the bluegrass is restoring the faith of 3 counties that were the hardest hit during the December tornadoes. The Horses of Hope project will also raise funds for tornado relief efforts.
It's been a great opportunity for some of our very talented students to showcase their artistic ability, but more importantly and bigger picture, it's an opportunity for them to give back.
Several students in Graves, Hopkins, and Warren counties got to participate in the design of each horse, each representing their beloved counties.
Instead of working on our own part of the horse, we all switched places and worked on each other's pieces. So it was really great to make friends, get new opportunities, and try to develop our skills that we already had.
We could get the community involved. And with the schools, they opened their doors right after the tornado, and we're taking in, the donations of money, food, necessities that the people really needed, that lost everything, that night. And by doing that, we thought, well, why don't we get some of the local art students at each of the high schools.
The project is a joint effort between the nonprofit Lex Arts and Independence Bank.
They approached us with the concept of being able to purchase 3 horses that represent the counties that we serve that were hit hardest by the tornadoes. And that was Mayfield, Dawson Springs, and here in Bowling Green.
The money raised will later be distributed within the 3 different counties.
We're very thankful that the proceeds will support our family resource youth service centers.
And these horses can go anywhere from $15,000 to $25,000 a piece. On December the 2nd, our horses will be sold along with the other horses. And those proceeds are going to be split in half to each of the resource centers at our schools here.
A visual representation that if the communities rally together, they can turn tragedy into something positive.
Just ahead this morning, a famous rapper makes a change to one of her songs after some criticism by her fans.
Temperatures will again soar into record-breaking territory this afternoon and could stay there for several more days. I'll have the latest in our early heat on our early heat wave in about 3 minutes.